Very good morning to you all. Warmly welcoming you to Owia Ade Kyeɛ. My name is Omanhene Yaw Adu-Boakye. I'm your man in the morning. For some reason, I say, and non do bebo abedwafo betrase ye no mu nyina be fa atwene yabo amaba betrase sanso so ena asante yabo aba be kame ho na ensem ni nyina ene se I want to share something with you quickly this morning. You see, the reason why many couples argue is because they don't understand themselves. A woman will never tell you what she's thinking, but she will rather tell you or let you know what she's feeling. A woman will never tell you what she's thinking, but rather she would let you know what her feelings are. A man never tells you what he's feeling, but will tell you what he's thinking. The reason is women are emotional beings and men are logical beings. That is why in a spur of a moment, a woman can scream at you and said, "Go and don't come back. Gentlemen, don't leave. Because if you leave, she will kill you." At that very moment, that was how she was feeling. Even when she said, "Leave, get out and don't come back," her thinking is, what if he leaves? But a man at that moment, being analytical, will analyze that situation that the woman finds herself in. And unfortunately, might even use a word. That doesn't mean that he sees you as such, but upon the analytical view or the analysis that he did at that moment, you can even say that a word that is unsavory to you. A woman never tells you what she's thinking, but what she feels. And a man will never tell you what he's feeling, but what he's thinking. Ade a oba adwene no won kan kire wo da, but the feelings will be because he's an emotional being. And ade a bema e feeling no won ka, but the adwene no so be because men are logical beings and women are emotional beings. If you understand the opposite sex, you will not fight and argue. And okay, take it into your stride and don't fight in the house. The family needs you and you need the family. Good morning once again. Ya mo akwaba.
Akontam Joso.
Azanti akwaba.
Ye ni o man.
Asma kan say mo te de.
And okwa dey say there baba.
Yes, but they say Bema, you will never let your wife know at that moment how you're feeling, but what you're thinking. And your wife will not tell you what she's thinking, but how she feels. In the end, what happens is, if you don't understand, there are certain words that a woman can churn out right now to you. She doesn't mean it at all.
Okay.
All kind of crano, usuru. Say be a DB French raba. Bearman so betima can based on the analytical view at that state. And the men kontokwa. Just understand the opposite sex. A buffo ni maybe it may lead to even marriages being breaking down, but now emphasis will be any so. In the end, people will fight. But when they fight, they agree. At the end of the day,
we manage the fight.
When people fight, they fight and argue and they come back.
No.
Entity me, so what opposite sex as here. There are certain common arguments at the end of the day, ebeba. But
Those that go me.
Omo. Uche na nka wabra bo NCA.
Yeah, with that.
Na nka niema umbetima ye no nka ukra utumi.
Eka ye betu o mas.
Ba jo ha enanya Friday. Yes, okay. As ante ebo a. Ase asema me kan nyina o sa anwe egum.
Me sa anwe egum. Debut normal.
President John Dramani Mahama has admitted that the recent reduction in the cocoa producer price is painful for farmers, but insists the review was urgently needed due to wild fluctuation in the global market price. Omanhene can send be baby anya kwafo no de. To ono kra cocoa farmer. Na me hu placard bi yaw Kuyani say Omanhene, you say you're a cocoa farmer. Have you used cafe before?
Have you they use
cafe?
The opposite and nobody.
Yeah.
Have you used cafe before?
You said you are a farmer. Have you used cafe before? And you could take akokrabio. And I say akokrabio the true way. We a political farmer.
Placard.
Ye tell you Omanhene John Dramani Mahama. Eka ewo emra one private sector share.
The Cabinet will soon approve the National Agribusiness Policy to anchor our aim of value addition. Recently, wild fluctuations in the world cocoa market price have compelled us to take emergency steps to cushion our cocoa industry and protect our farmers. Measures have included a painful downward review of the domestic producer price. The current crisis in the cocoa sector compels us to urgently introduce reforms in the entire cocoa value chain. Reforms will include, amongst others, domestic funding for cocoa purchasing, expanded involvement of local licensed buying companies in cocoa purchasing, including the revamp of the produce buying company, expand value addition and processing of cocoa and other tree crops locally, automatic price mechanism that pays the farmer 70% of the international market price at prevailing exchange rates, drastic reduction of expenditure and elimination of waste in the cocoa board, and retooling of the cocoa processing company.
John Bama SRD Tuja said no industrial nation thrives under structural high cost of power. Energy reform is not optional. It is a foundational thing to Ghana's industrial takeoff. Now, or say private sector should be rest assured that government will put in measures to improve the energy sector. His Excellency, the President.
Across every subsector represented here tonight, one constraint dominates. That is the cost of energy and reliability of power. Industrial tariffs in Ghana remain uncompetitive relative to our regional peers. No industrial nation thrives under structurally high cost of power. This administration will accelerate energy sector debt restructuring, expand generation capacity, particularly in renewables, introduce differentiated off-peak industrial tariffs, improve transmission efficiency, and promote embedded generation in industrial enclaves. Energy reform is not optional. It is foundational to Ghana's industrial takeoff. The same applies to water supply for manufacturing. We must reform the water sector and include private sector participation in the supply of industrial water.
What kind of pain? Smuggling, counterfeiting, and rebagging of inferior product as act of economic sabotage. Now, the Kokoba was administration will treat such practice as serious economic crimes. Nipa ni bi Owia Ghana, and niema also nke wa ha no makoton baby. Na sika ewo man no mu twa bi egum. Afei se emo na wo ho a na emo bag no se eye basmati baga enya basmati rice negum no mo akofa inferior product bi ne ya rebag ne ya rename enti wo bekọ edwa so se bia wo koto Owia TV rice wo ba bedru fie no na sankofa rice negum we no ma akoso a o se ono de na memo free na kromi se yensa so mu se wasmago bibi utwa sika ana bag si wa ade kro ni din no wo de fofora gum ne so mu a wo ye obi a wo ye mambofo kese na you be treated as such. Ose border enforcement operations any enema wo mo ayagu ho to curb illicit trade activities no office dimu omampani John Mama.
Smuggling under declaration, counterfeit goods, and rebagging of inferior products are not minor infractions. They constitute economic sabotage. To stem this tide and protect our fledgling manufacturing sector, we will intensify coordinated border enforcement, treat trade infractions as economic crimes, dismiss and prosecute public officers found culpable, deploy technology-driven customs surveillance solutions, and rigorously enforce product standards. This government is determined to protect Ghanaian enterprises so they can thrive and grow. Industrialization requires secure land tenure and protection of agricultural resources. In this regard, we will accelerate litigation-free industrial land banks, reform land tenure to support commercial contract farming, strengthen action against illegal mining and sand winning, expand irrigation systems, and invest in storage and cold chain infrastructure.
Minority Soci OSP in this charge. Emfa Omanhene Yaw Deputy CEO of Cocoa Board. Na Montubino, it smacks conflict of interest. At the end of NSA, a member Tafom Rashebejani, Beference and Trefo, na audience Samatu, Yentino.
Board near Mujumadi or Mudia. A yakwa is a PBC, the Omo board near Mujumadi or Mudia. A yakwa is a PBC, the Omo Yaguno. PBC for your mom Musikanibi. PBC na no ne aban dwuma eku o se nke disika ne ma omo no mo tokoku no mo nya faso no de bo aman no no mo timitua eye PBC for ka no omo ni se sika no ye fa se sika ne ma wo mo na mom no opanyi bi a wo Cocoa Board a o ye deputy CEO in charge of finance and administration and the company ye fa no Atlas Commodities Limited ono ne ye disika ma no Cocoa Board disika ma no so won fa tokoku a ye deprive eye PBC for se sika no ono ne tokoku no a ono so oni warehouses no odi license a also ye de oye odi dwumadie no e wo sa district ama wo boni din kaje bi ni jasikan na okosa district no a o yusu eye aban no warehouses PBC warehouses also ko di ye dwuma PBC for di ye dwuma no e no na wo yusu ana wo se nya mfa so wo oman no ho enti sika wo se nka aban no etumi enya efri eye the industry as far as cocoa ye concern no saa sika ni na ko gu nipa ba ko botom saa nipa ba ko ne Mr. Ade ono na deputy CEO ewo eye Cocoa Board na samra me no ka say PBC for no bu afu ye enu nti no omukọ eye Kajebi police station ekomeki a police report saa police report no eno na yensa kan ye ne hu say PBC for no person omo kire say omo de omo to cocoa bi anti e na cocoa begu omo warehouse cocoa na egu warehouse no ceilings e wo hu nyina ye Atlas Commodities Limited me de ehun fonini bi e de akyeremo and since am no
Kotoka International Airport. You see our boss Edina Aya Musio Ayempo Awie the friend of Accra International Airport. And I'm needing commercial nepe. Wanya deal with him say a lifetime achievement. CCI is now Accra International Airport. And he who come American, who come baby, your destination from that place to Ghana is Accra International Airport. 3 arrested in connection with the murder of Sami Jemfi's father-in-law. I would not ebo. Nampacho. Enti Sami Jemfi wa ngari papai eba. Etinga ipapa no. Enti in the murder of Mr. Wahwai. In the murder of Sami Jemfi's father-in-law. Because Sami Jemfi have my papa na address. And you know what's here use. Hey, we are say. Bobra Paco Kufu Amasewa. IGPC will match home. We will establish farmers market across the region to boost demand. So farmers should not give up. John Dumelo and also so Ade Arishimu Semema Homo. Gentlemen, you're welcome. As Antema Misha say free ho and Semni Guapunoso.
My Misha say me chef the Owia Sami Jemfi and no crimes be a cocoso. For the past 2 weeks, police for the chini pa who do pa efa bonofosem titru ni bohu te wi trauma do ne saa ne manema no obi di free takrade no de kwa ha obi di free nkan no de kwa ha but me kwasa na me busa me hu ne say obi bi say obi a wakoyi ne ma fitama habo na wotimi di akwa na tamale ni akwa kire na steps for na wo nkan ni kuma se kwa no mo ye de ya nipa ntim bi twa mu saa kokoduru tamale na fe ni akwa kire no omo wo habo ho asa hi ma no mo ye re bargain be fa nkran kumase nkran kwasu saa free kumase ekoduru tachiman ni na ya nchen tamale and this uncle phone baby o san ke ye yi umadi de juma be na mo ye on nes Ghana ha my for a few 3 weeks no baby we pa free pa voter region obia if voter region na be wura asante na ko bono side ho na bi e ko north na abesna fama na ko penny say western region ho na yetu obi kaso say omo ban say obesi sa ni ma we ho kwan hwe na minim say no pay ya de na me kan no kra ase ses panyinu ya yinesi nchen because panimu a mo panimfo a mo hwe na na finance mi se kokko suin wo say that time su mmiri bi no a
say omachi
say amanfo twema besine enema e bia ebe 80 something million
over 12 million Ghana cedis worth of
na waye bi no adi bi dwane ko na officer bi na hu yo because enema ye free abrochire be bia mu hunu enti no se be bo ho say oman sa akwa yi a waye bonse na nsape na wasifie waso wa mobra na se nyame amwa na se woni ne ba wo ba ne ba ko school adi ayewo odi holiday akufu bibia odi birthday bibia oye bia wanye bia papa na on say omo na de pressure meka besi ba ku bi kra na Sami Jemfi die mrante no na mtiti dim say ya obako na sa mabunu we omo ne ye ne na tete dim montene so na say dadwene maso bon say wo yi cars wo yi
we na ka just am robbers o motiwie
wani baba ahoso no
otifie ho a
wani baba ahoso na ya
fifi no say red no and na say boys o mote atonsu ahinsan area no omuni no nti omukra no they are shocked say
yes
I dey na omo
you say red no
you say red no same fin
what in an easy
most of the boy say omo dane omoni ehwe curtains no emra na IGP addressing media no most of the boys omo hu picture no ne even the chikura no
they are shocked
omo ye shocked because omo ne no na di agro wa inside
ya we no na ehu no
empotem omo to omo ya say eh say omo ne criminal omo ne obina
we opa
nipa boni ni na
the girlfriend him so yam robber
the girlfriend him so yam robber
me say
eh mabodu
me say most of the guys bo ha ne yire na say many of those women they know
say na juma oye ni
say na the only tifie na anajo okwa
anajo na uhunu
ona na opie no okobna oba okuta dollars no ne ade eduma bi kura oba otim se second ekuta no ayi moja wo ho e ma no na hohoro pepa ho disie hey yaw there are a lot of obuwa bema no ni nua bema they know the kind of job awoye but cash are flowing no everybody is mom obuwa fie ho kra no they know
but odidi mo bi dinti
yeah no di pa odidi mo bi dinti no oh
Hey,
Obakono. Now sorry, wakwa sorry nyina den.
Me say ebrebi one of the
say a friend Tiki.
yeah, me say one of the guys no omohoro car me car told me something. Said there was one particular guy. Acha obeba be abahoro ne car bia onu ko an ma ne horo car no. Wo se moja so car ni. Moja wo car.
Na say ni pa no.
And ni be 2 months. And no afre me say omachi akwa no. No mochi no one of the notorious armed robbers ano wakum nipa. It was among omom kukum papa bi na ano boga bi oba ngoma so bi no.
Yeah.
No come. Na pick up kesiye ya baby. Tundra no latest one bi no. Opaki bi umu ano de Mercedes Benz
Chinyi cars say
CLK nom ne ade.
Already.
Oba omo bi an ronika. Yeso no kwa. O maka ne kusi akire ho. Wo behwe na moja bi ni ade. Ti na boy ni suru.
And now I think baby our mind. Say boy ni security conscious. Secretly you draw the attention of the police.
Osro. Asante. There are people within the police domain.
Police station officers
yeah, kawasem na guy be free session. I will say the entire life for almost 1 year ni untimi ntina one region for a week or two because reporting ma police for one major armed robber and a police for ni line man in Crawford. They chased the guy. Me so guy no free only ye kasa cross money di opa me chow. Now all can say we are informant and also you be a
whistleblower.
Don't go to the junior officers. Pese obeni penina bekasa. Because junior officers ni bi amazisia we jane ma ofie. Ama 1 year ni. O sremu a o hono ma na obi ama ne line say Crawford na dey aba around o mo hwehwe no. Because nipa na o mo che na edin go to jail no ye kingpin.
We were say on mind upon the say should security for the individual.
Akwana be ya mama timachi nipa no. Wama police for aso ate say ni say in the
Yama na hwimpo. Now you find nkwa.
Nobody finds it difficult. America, your friend be witness protection. Your best is Saudin.
Baby out here. Obusuafo
nyina. Na ye di edin info frato so aye passport ni bibia. Some it me you free America kwa kokro fufu so. Man so bia obetua wo ka. That is how serious they are. Eti obi nim armed robber asante one count na so.
Oh Martinez,
there are people within the police no adodode a odi.
When you free armed robbers for you allegedly in China ketua.
And nothing I want to do maybe ana police penny be was if you have information come to me.
Yes,
and then
commanders
because commander no cry did this onim say
come to me.
And then Obeka say come to me or call any of my subordinates. They know.
Now operation we omoko ye it was led by the IGP himself and the Asante regional police commander and the Asante regional crime officer. I say senior officers from the top
because
the police service.
They know sir if and it gets down
so IGP na musi form
and then IGP
Obeka the Asante regional police commander yes but because they
have intel say their own will give a hint to the guys to run away. There have been situations you watch movies, you what is that there are certain bad cops, they will pick a phone or send a message even when they are going to arrest that person. Omedu on any park in you.
I dare about this particular matter in relation to Mr. Mankwadi and he say, oh my say Obi Kanaka Ushianwa Now we open fire on the individual in the car.
That could also be an organized crime.
And even contract or whatever. And then I'm pretty for any abro. Because person you car, you can just let the guy down.
Why would
lie
you
down?
Calm the person down?
No, what you can't the cough man. But say all of a sudden we change the then you open fire, then you end the individual's life.
Do maybe so asante. And near my co mumuno.
Yes.
The only option near my co the only option is a NOB also security consciousness in the hall. Obu habi atonsu ni wa call robbery wo pankro no woni nete wani born so a yi wani se wuni no
katwani men pejauti da
pejauti because the moment I be hu no obekum
ene oma
obi okra na otimi hia no say ai kofi
say onipa no ka kofi nya say bia ne yam na ahye no
o ma yam nhye
woni mi say kofi pa ejuma wo ye ni
won kwa ho
ebia unim ne say
wani ye ne bobo na ebia ye
say umfa sa de ni tu
wo ye na show
mostly omo amuku omo no ya na ya manifo
yes unya identify
no asante when ni say obi wa wo de hye no face
o ma hu hwene nko a
when ni crack
when eyeball no
ya bo ma me ni
eyeball no
wo de ya ka to anima wo pie ye bo your structure
yes
any uni pursue na many boss so ameka say na wo asante wa ko fata wo de we ke ka to anima be ye me den and obi won so akaka ben sem na wo akola me ma hwe wo ba be robo me we have to be security conscious papa ye omuku ni e den no mutimi fa free no car no
munje ne car fa
yes e ko che akwa ba ko mobile phone
mobile phone no mu di eji
nyame ha ya papa
ba o man ade ba ko bi su ko so ya apolice for no he ade ba ko obi su ka se bia ye nua same hu ni panti ba mani ba e bia obegye di ni se ye wo case individuals are report cases ama police for wo kwa o mesiko meda na robbery o meka cha wo se nipa na Owia wa de ruhu na beka kire what do you mean say on nipa na meka nje police ni say one way police ni message me ka be say ma so baba ko be 2 weeks ago o man ni be bi oda o be bu ho e be yi no na yi na laptop e fa ni mobile phone e na branch ni yisu o ma be se ne man ko o report ma police
o suspect
after the branch na team ehun say ni phone no wa fa no abranche na phone no ni picture ni da so wa baby wa tienya no mu di ho nkom police for okacha police for say was so hu ni fili a ohun abranche no say on eja ho ya o meka nche no okacha so when the police adwuma and they will be able to police ni and that is why people can say bia
yes I make jam
because how many robbery cases na IGP were there actually
on personally
say IGP did robbery case achi say and achi ni bebrebe around the whole country
how many cases now yohunu
yes
lead a whole IGP
yes
because of a certain privileged position of somebody enti obi su kasa sa majemfi akunta nasinti na muso ayesa odika because the
police station go ahead and
there have been so many cases are reported that obu akọ mtu ka say to petrol gu ye there
we want to petrol na to IGP me ba ase
e bi kra timi otimi ka cho say o de ekọ hu se wa ba around na boy amane
ono hu se ba around
hu se o ti say ni pa ne so wa ba area ho no ma boy amane
so can you imagine
ni hina
Asante Yaw Ghana police so almost on becho
nobody doubt their competence
Ghana police it's SMC edu maybe SMC ni involved ubehwemu no let's tell the truth either say a political killing or contract killing the person involved huge in society what church you see there have been situations where now obema police penina ya we so okudi juma we it's assembly ba o ya we the intel the police have ye ni anomo na abranche bia omuku no si dansi ni so
omo ai secretary no ai police ni no
okay
no police ai martial art ni
yes
omu si dansi so esi ni so
ko hu se hana dan si
CID Scotland community hall for 6 months eko tutu amna yi akwana efuno when you go to the international community Ghana police is rated so high
na ebo apayo ana
Asante enye bo apayo abeye whom you know and assembly one man
ense wo ho no
ense wo ho no nti omuntumi nye
so Oye rough sisi a wan hwe a.
Obi won ma okoye se odi akira.
You be transfer no.
You be flower catch say you are hereby transferred with immediate effect. Na ukọ na mpanduri. Na case no Kumasi aya watu.
Na no police officer be during the interview or kind way is the public note say obe Kumasi ha.
Omo transfer no be Kumasi.
Na obi asem bi a omodi akire omo say hey.
Yeah meka.
Wo na asem obedi akire. Ye man no so de akurase bi ode kokotena ye no. Na say o man nipa na kwetena kura
obi ade ni free aban Kumasi de na no opposition.
Na obi a ode ni free ode ni free akwetena say bi akura bi ase. So ngodi insini officer wo na anyame aboa ebe mfie du achi wasa be bra Kumasi no. Omu so bi di bo na obeka.
Asante pa.
Ada no kwa na police ni.
Ano ne ye kan ho asem say.
That is the system I am entertaining.
Nia ekoso ya brabo mu sesia no. Any near ACC, police will tell you, say, it's a society that gives them information. It is true. There are people who are police informants. Police for Tiomuka. Ono natif you unhunuda. Oto na mecho. But he will approach for me no kwafwa. Oke kasem chewoma, obi unhunuda. Ye will be musu ha. Na dam for krani se nipa na odi boneno. Over kai konongo incident yes lady bi ano Kumasi girl.
Yes.
Regional representative at the
Council
of State. Obimpe ni wafasi.
Ni wafasi.
Ye nyina ye nimpa. It was so glaring say ababa we akomfo ayesi wa kohye no ho police ni dem. Enwanwa broso.
Police
no ho akokase
konongo police issue statement omo say ababa wa no yahomete. Later we all gathered say the sika kodi police ni ho. Na ni ba no so na police ni wo American pass visa obetu kwan. The girl no so ko bowura ha wonya line na girl no so e de ahomete ete passport no. E na kwa no so ahomete na amhihye.
O de to share no so.
O to share no so born mi o born no dem say okohwe no wuye. Onso betima bow bi de bia uti akobo ba bi ni
wan kasa obo na kunu.
Na
mu aye ko free.
Wa no de belt. E say the concern ho no ja no call petrol.
Basic
people in the house said say there was a serious fight.
Yes.
But at the end of the year, some they see the police, they protect their own. You need issue I see one kranza. That time that you were friend say
dampare anko na ba na nko ya
Abrantie no ni omu ni adi say kwan omo fa so kun Abrantie no nye. E ko wi ase
is it Alfredo
police for no ejai eto police station no so omo twe omo so. Obi anka won say
o man asem kura me maka say me ma mini pa bia yes ade o maybe so serious kasara nke bia police be force see say no they will take the matter up but enfo bia ho Ghana enfo bia ho ntie de nyankopon na eja ye tenete
ye kwaba ye ba be to ayen komodie no so what's the latest in the world of sports?
Manny Pacquiao and then for Mayweather Jr.
Rematch ni beba
yes
enti de who ye no kra
ngokrafo no
was the way of 47 and way of 48. Hey, that time I know Mokono 2015, 11 years ago.
Omoma ambulance and also a
some basic the
rematch. Maybe who a flyer no me who so a fake.
That's right.
September 11 September.
Hey.
Obi equate
Omanhene Yaw
Obi equate training about Obi equate
47-48.
I don't know who Manny Pacquiao. Na many bonus so na say I see the way.
So why politician.
Papa picture biaba.
Yes.
Kwa phone pesca too much into omo te hwiche mu kwa mbeko.
Omo enu de.
Omo design sa picture na ba say kwa phone mienu no.
Me we that.
Aso pesca too much. Take a picture no akade to Facebook.
Na me na hia no. Ni sika bebre.
Na bi no pe bi kan ho. Maybe pe.
You find the money man.
The money man.
Yes.
Sika de pe bi kan ho.
Na Pacquiao
na Pacquiao so sen ko pe president bi e dio
na governor
sa
and so the MP no abe governor
all run set na gu abegina range
so azlega no onisini
oda so yembu
ano so azlega but the governor New York so oda so yisini
ana kodoko former coach no as good for
Prince
there be
Karim Zito.
As good for
As good for Alpha.
Yeah, new as good no. Ye team for never no. Okay.
Na say omo first division.
First division.
Ah, ye be ba ye next year ye ba.
Ode omo ba no, ode omo ba mbete.
Yeah, they.
Auntie Karim Tito ba be say kotoko.
Oh, they
Karim
be
Zito. So ode omo ba.
They be kotoko dey.
Oni mo bo obo ase just a mo chinere.
Oh my.
E kwa bi o be fa so so agiri di obe so.
Be say ade e be ja no kwantemu.
Wo be da ja no
Wo
kwa.
say ne bra panin no abeto.
Ade ba kwa ha ju
It's
Ashanti
one
region
brand
say.
one
Ye ni team bia o premiership Ashanti region proper.
Apart from
And you go bread do.
ne kotoko.
As wo be.
Accra.
Amanya hafu ne ewumu su wo bi gugum sa. Enti ko bread wa Ashanti because of ye ni sa. Edu ba bi ase nya points bi kitwa bi naka. Ya je
First na
points.
mo wo cornerstone.
Connect.
And I'm wo ice gold.
Mampon Royals seven
Na
Royals.
kuma wuwa
Kuma Pema.
Kuma Pem
Royals.
Royals. Na kotoko any bear 4.
Enti edu dia dia
So
ji
mo ba mo
points
timi
no.
body home.
Ni ya bona we.
Wa na wudwiri wo mo an wo mo koye.
Edu ba bi omo so odin.
Ye to mo play Alaji Gruza. Wa ko
Bura fi ki face akra. About 5 teams under one Ashanti region.
Me kai say player bi ne friend Eric Gawo say.
Gawo Gatete.
Gawo Gatete.
Where are we now?
Mayen.
We has penalty bia omo eso mu nyaaye.
Enye penalty.
Yaw.
Penalty akonta.
Tackling from behind.
Hey,
way behind.
Oh, ref, you know.
Akonta
The
enye
Tokyo
penalty.
Joe say.
Akonta enye penalty.
Yaw. Sheboli.
Akonta odo na say de ja.
Where your penalty?
Debi. Has enye penalty.
Oh my, it was too
Referee, ya me be tiane.
it was too soft. Too soft.
Yeah.
Odo na ja.
Tackling from behind.
Debi wanya ne hwe
Too
akonta.
Up your go there and share.
Too soft.
What there?
Wanya ne hwe no so oja
Now
no.
so too hot.
Too soft.
Legend. Half for
But it was a tackling from behind.
mo ye ni me bia ehu.
Draw
Ade.
them. Yeah,
Ade bia half for you no. Me every time.
Ade.
Papa,
But you don't use that word for us. Kase nyefe.
enya me fe.
Me catch us your time.
Papa ti.
Kotoko na kan yan ko mama yombo.
O de half. Yeah, sorry. Papa, Accra Stadium. NSF for nyanto boase am pitch na is standard.
I
Ka efe.
Munchegua.
Hebe bi half go match.
Draw.
Debi
Still a has so
omo free ho ko legon park no.
Omo so pele go no mo ba Accra Sports Stadium.
Omo ntimi nhye.
Omo ba Accra mutimi nhye.
Na ba cho omo shey.
Mo ko legon so mutimi nhye.
Ene go see say.
Draw na mo bo. Pitch na e papa na.
Yes, so my Accra Sports Stadium ni kama ma ha se mo mebo ball so.
Omo so pele
Has
go.
for say kotoko for akoye drunti.
Masa boy a penalty.
Papa he legon no.
Masa.
Na kutanya na wo.
Be sike wa.
Onzo why that case back no.
Me shey.
Onzo papa that case back no.
A penalty. A penalty pa. Referee, why you took your joke?
Papa ndi aka twam say afuni e ka.
But you me afi na me come there.
Eno man you for share your man there.
United.
And no man you share.
Akota
City. Everton 1-0. Why you say am I dey o?
Akota pa.
Top for the money. Say over.
Carry cabo say. How many
Oh,
matches?
yeah, they ekoyi.
Be 6-7 matches.
The matches no win this.
Wa win be
Wa draw
6
back.
so say wa draw
West
back.
Ham no draw.
And I win say.
Be 6 so say yes.
Hey, why are they?
Oh, yeah, they were so.
You see our mother 4.
Omo ra top for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a Liverpool that say.
Yeah,
Liverpool
that's
that
yeah,
6 so say.
But points mu one match pay.
And one match here agro.
Also a Liverpool into one.
Oh, but just
But akoi ade wanya
Sesqua na.
bibi fofra ba di mu ana.
I was so good sir.
Anani mani bobi. Ah, he's been winning, he's been scoring goals for them, pal. The height ni ade ni year for a striker.
Ya Grace o ye man you do dey kana beto no.
Ah, wo ba ko to na kire ho.
Top for
Manchester
Nigeria.
United.
Ama han.
Say Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester.
Oh, yeah, be our top forward.
I say Aston Villa be free.
Ombe film ya.
Aston Villa be
Ombe
free.
film.
Aston Villa me you me film. There be a seniors no na eba. It is here akoye Chelsea. Liverpool,
Arsenal, Man City,
and United.
Aston Villa, United.
It is here no.
And that win.
Gold. This here you were one match to play me boy.
Obi abon obi any match bia.
Aka yi match.
United.
City.
One match.
City were one match.
Arsenal ball ahead.
But what I'm saying, City were match back. Now City boy. Obeko so we near 59.
Yeah.
Now got 2 points. Ondro.
Yeah, why you ni bra brain match na kan nyina e born finals.
Mo born say dey mo born finals.
Arsenal Belgium League we. Afu Arsenal Belgium League.
Omo tumi win na 2 points na. Ombe ko Etihad.
Etihad
Enu say
last time Etihad ya mo.
Mun sha no match.
Ensi da afu we. You come Arsenal. Mutumi ni league. Pep Guardiola ahwe sa last hour no.
Soft sports kakrama Antoine Semenyo.
Ye nyina o so tu jade o kire no.
Akota ye star boy.
Ye nso so ye bi so me was soft sport ema ayi.
Ateta.
Na Ghana ni bia ni Arsenal.
They was soft sport ma ayi.
Party no ho no muja no.
Enye dabi.
Saka.
Enye Saka me was soft sport ma.
Ni akota do ni.
Ne se nipa na wo so go wunim no.
Jokeres.
Oh,
Fine. Obadabe.
O se go pa.
Yuri Jokeres.
Obadabe.
The person oje.
Obadabe.
Go ye koton ne bai.
O se go ano ye kakaiche no.
I say kakai no de be chimo. I was for you pejemu. Kakai no be chiwo mo.
O se go ano ye kakaiche.
Ah masa next time anyone can say has ade ye all time.
Papa na
To kona kan anko mo babo.
ade half yi papa. Ade be fe da ho.
Kasa nya fe.
O de nya me fe, enya me fe papa. O de match man
for
papa ade kama ho. Edro nti. Edro
nya wo kura sem a utimi ka.
Edro se nti. Mo se
ya Grace. Ya disposable but unti.
Na akota se sports ya na ye.